What is the most odd place somebody has asked you to embroider? Put that in the comments of this video. I want to know.
Boom, wait a minute, just like that. Boom, 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 just like that. A-Dubb Productions, just like that. Like, comment, subscribe, just like that. Boom, wait a minute, just like that. A-Dubb, you ready? Wait a minute.
As an embroidery business, one of the problems that we face is how to hoop an object, how to embroider on a specific area of clothing or on a bag or whatever customers might throw at us. And we always have to find solutions to do it. And one of the great solutions that I found for embroidering on belts, for embroidering on bag straps, for embroidering on lanyards, for embroidering on all types of different things is what we call a belt hoop. And we've had different types of belt hoops over the few years, but this is typically what I would use for embroidering on belts. You guys saw me make a video on this when I first got it, but there's been an improvement to it, and this is the improvement to it. It's wider, it gives you a wider embroidery area, and the best thing about it is it has numbers on each side, which makes it super easy for lining things up. So today we're gonna digitize something, we're gonna embroider on it, and we're gonna see how accurate this measuring system is when it comes to placement, because placement is key when embroidering on different things. So let's check this belt hoop out and let's see if we can place my bag strap on this and embroider something to upgrade the aesthetic of the item, and if it's something that's valid for you, for your business. So right here I have my little Coach bag right here. Had this for years, got it as a gift. I hope they don't get mad. Hope Chanel doesn't get mad when she sees I'm embroidering on it, but I'm gonna try to upgrade it a little bit. And I think I'm gonna use a navy blue thread. This is a navy blue. I think I'm gonna use a navy blue thread and embroider on this strap right here and put A-Dubb Productions on this strap right here. Or should I put my website? I should put my website right on this strap right here for promotion, because I wear it like this when I'm out and about. I wear it like this sometimes, holds my stuff so I don't have to have like my keys in my wallet in my pocket, so it's not big and bulky. So you rock it like this, and while I'm wearing it like this, on the other side you see the strap right here, so I can put some type of advertisement on the strap, or like a logo or a name or something on the strap. Which reminds me, this would be good for like luggage. If you travel a lot and you have like your luggage, your like your luggage bag or whatever, and the strap or whatever, you can put your address on there just in case, you know, your luggage gets misplaced or something, or your name and phone number or something like that. Or even your kid's book bag, your kid's backpack, you can put their initials on it so they know who the bag belongs to in school and stuff like that. So let's try to hoop this up and see what we can find, see how good this works. So in order to appreciate that new work, which is the newer, bigger, and better belt hoop, you gotta understand and look at the old one and see how much more you get. So let me put this right next to here, on here, so you guys can see, like, it's significantly longer. So if you're doing karate belts, if you know, get a dojo contract or something like that, you can do karate belts and you'll get a larger area that you can consistently embroider on, as opposed to embroidering on this, then having to move it over and line it up and embroider again. But the solution I was using, I was putting tape on here. But with this one, with the new one, you got numbers on it, so you can line up the right, the left, and the right exactly in the same spot. Let me demonstrate that to you right here. So the way this works is you have these clips on the ends. You go like that, right? Let me put that back up, put this back up. To release the clips, and you lock your belt in here, right? So you lock your belt in there, boom, position it. These little pins right here lock it down, and it holds right your belt in between here. You put it on a number, right? And then you put it on the other side, same thing. Unclip these two little clips right here, right? Put the belt in between here and lock it in. All right, so let's go ahead and lock something in right now. I'm gonna go ahead and unloosen both sides. I'll push this up a little bit, unclick it, push this side up a little bit, unclick both sides, and there we go. Now I'm gonna take my bag, and as I wear it, I want to embroider this way as I'm looking at it. I gotta make sure I don't embroider this upside down, so let me be very, very careful. Yeah, I want it to go this way, so let me pay attention. It's gonna go into the machine this way. All right, so it's gonna read, put it on, yeah, A-Dubb Productions this way. So I'm gonna unclip it right here. All right, and I'm gonna put it through here like so. Here we go, like so. Put the bag down. All right, and then I'm gonna put this side in here like so. This is the part, preparation is everything, guys, so you got to take your time and do this right. But I just want to show you guys how it locks in. All right, so say for example, on this side, I want to put this belt, this side of the belt, on the one, right? So number one is right here, so I'm gonna put it on number one. So I'm gonna bring it up here. I'm gonna kind of get it on that number one so it's nice and straight, and I'm just gonna snap it in. All right, if it's not straight, then I can always pull at it, and I can tug at it and get it lined up in line with that number one. And I want the same exact thing for the other side. I want to put it on that number one also, because that's my measurement. That's how I know it's straight. So I'm gonna line it up with that number one on there. And this is what this one has that the previous version does not have. It has numbers on it. All right, I think I want to, yeah, that's pretty good. All right, number one is up there, 1.5, one, boom, boom. Bring this up here. It's very, very tight. All right, now on that number one, this was not strapped in. Okay, boom, we are strapped in. And this is tight, guys. This is tight. It's not going anywhere. And plus, you can pull it. You can pull on it to make it tighter. And yeah, that belt is not going anywhere. It's kind of like a little guitar string. Just look at it, make sure it's straight. And this goes into the embroidery machine. You can embroider straight along here. Now let's grab my ruler and let's see what we got to work with. We have up to, I'd say 11 inches is a safe zone. Maybe even more. Maybe like 11.5 inches to work with. So we can get some nice stuff going on with 11.5 inches. That's a lot. That's a lot to work with. I think I'm going to slide the overall belt down just a little bit more. And look, while it's hooped up, I could just pull some over here and pull some down over here to get the correct positioning of where exactly I want to put my embroidery design. So that's pretty cool too. Oh, I like this. I like this a lot. I'm definitely gonna go holler at some dojos or something like that and offer my services. Of course, I'm gonna have to bring in a sample. Oh yeah, this is dope. This is dope. All right, so nice and tight. All right, so let's get our design made and let's see how much we got to work with. We get our ruler right here, and we got about 1 inch. We got about 1 inch. So 1 inch tall by 11.5 to 11 inches wide, right? So we got to get that foot right in the middle there because we got exactly 1 inch to work with. All right, so that's how you measure your stuff. You get a ruler, 1 inch to work with, and we got to put it right in the middle of that belt right here. So we're pretty much ready to go. This is good. This is dope. All right, so let's make our design. So we're here in the Digitizing software, and as you guys can see, I chose to do something simple, something elegant, and go for some promo. So www.allenawade.com, my e-commerce website that you guys can shop at. So we went with this. Select it. You can see this Times New Roman. You want to kind of keep into account that if it's something that you like, you want it to be timeless. So you got to kind of go with the font that's going to look right with the apparel that you're doing. That's why I chose Times New Roman. As you guys can see right here, I think that's going to look good on the bag. I'm going to put it in navy blue, and I put the density on 33, and I'm going to change the stitch length to 2.0, 2.5 actually, 2.5. Stitch length is how tight you want the stitches to be. If you know, you know. If you digitize, then you know what this is about. But you gotta experiment. That's the only way I can put it. You gotta experiment with your digitizing so that you can know. It depends on really what software you're in, what you want your stitch length to be, and the density and stuff like that. And I've did digitizing videos in this specific software where I showed you how small you can get and what changes you have to make. So I also went ahead and I removed the underlay, which is right here. I took off all the underlay. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and export this .dst. Oh, and one more thing. You can see that it is 10.63 inches wide, and I believe we said we had 11 and a half to work with, and it is not even 1 inch wide. It's 0.087 inch tall, actually. So it's well within our parameters. So let's take this design over to our embroidery machine and let's get it popping, guys. So we have our belt on the machine ready to embroider right here, and I want to show you guys before I press start something that a lot of you guys might not know about your embroidery machines. If you look over here on the arm, right on the left along with the right arm, you guys will notice that I don't have my hoop all the way in, and that's why those other holes are there, because even if you don't have it all the way in, it's still locked into place, as you guys can see, and it's not moving anywhere. That's what those other holes are for. If you're using something small like this this belt hoop right here, you don't need to put it all the way in, just in case your machine doesn't articulate all the way. Just a heads up, so you guys can share that out with your friends if you care to. Alright, so let's get in closer and let's take a look at this embroidery. One thing I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to flip this around. I'm going to hoop this the opposite direction, because look at all the bounce that I have. I don't want that much bounce in my design, so I'm going to go ahead and hoop my belt. Like right now, see how my belt is going over top of the design? I'm going to hoop it so it's going at the bottom. I mean over the top. Right now it's hooped from the bottom to the top. I want to hoop it from the right now it's hooped from the bottom to the top. I'm going to hoop it from the top to the bottom. So this part right here that's at the bottom is going to be at the top, and the actual belt is going to be at the bottom. So that way it can be closer to the plate, because I don't like the way it has all this bounce in it right here, if that makes sense. All right, so I'm going to move this part right here, right, from the bottom to the top, and the belt is going to go at the bottom so it can be closer to the plate right here. So let's change that around real fast, and then we can go ahead and press start, because I don't like that bounce right there. Well, as you can see, my belt is now sitting on a plate, and there's no bounce. It's sitting directly on a plate. And what I did was, so you guys can see, I went ahead and I moved it, like I said, I hooped it from the top to the bottom, right, from the top to the bottom. So now there's not going to be any bounce as it's embroidering, so there's less likelihood that I'm going to make a mistake and anything like is going to happen to the design. I'm going to go ahead and trace it one more time to see where it's going to fall, and make sure that it doesn't move anything as it's tracing out, and make sure my design is going to fall right. Let me trace it again. Boom. About where I want it. Alright, so cool. Yeah, looks good to me. I've already programmed my color. I'm going to press start. Fingers crossed, guys. Let's go. Here we go. No turning back now. That's it. Taking away that bounce did a world of difference. So now you see the belt is just sliding along that plate instead of bouncing up and down off that plate. When you're experienced embroiderer, you'll notice something like that and you'll fix it, but now that you watch this video, you won't have to be an experienced embroiderer. You'll just go by what I told you, just, you know, and you'll know not to do that, right? You know the red flags. It's just the same concept like when you're doing hats, and you get a lot of thread breaks and your needle breaks and stuff like that. It's because you're getting too much bounce between the hat and the embroidery plate. When it's right on the plate, there's no bounce. All right, so you're gonna be good. And we are on the EM1010, because that's the machine that we have when we're not in the studio. At the house, we got the EM1010. So yeah, we're just embroidering a little bit of promo on the belt. Looks nice and clean so far. Let's see how it turns out after it's all done. Nice shot from up top for you guys. So you guys can see everything falls perfectly with that new measuring system, that new way of measuring with the numbers on the side. It makes it so you can't really mess it up that much at all. So yeah, this is falling exactly where I want it to fall. It's looking really, really good, right in between the belt, spaced out properly and everything. Yeah, I'm gonna put the description to this specific hoop, this belt hoop with the measuring system in the comments, in the description rather, of this video. You guys can use my link. I'm not an affiliate of this company, but I think I might become an affiliate of this company, because this might be something like a tool that you guys can use to get your stuff done. Really, it's really effective. This, like I said, it's another way of hooping that can make it so you can do a whole wide variety of different items. Book bag straps, lanyards. That's the first thing that comes to mind besides belt. Like, obviously it's a belt hoop, but it doesn't have to always be. You don't have to always use a thing for what it's for, right? You can do different things with your hoops, right? So in this case, I'm doing a strap for a bag, for a shoulder bag. You guys, ladies, can do your pocketbooks, and yeah, kids' lanyards for their keys and stuff like that, or their book bags, you know, all types of things. Almost done. And there you go. That's it. We're all done. Nice. When it looks like it came like that, it's straight, looks like it's from the factory. The color goes good. You got the navy blue on the bag right here. Then you got the navy blue on the straps. It just looks like it came like that already. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. It looks like it just belongs there. It looks really, really good, really, really timeless. As long as it falls in the right place, you guys just make sure, you know, you put your bag on and maybe make it put a white tape on where you want your design to fall at, so you guys can get the right placement. In this case, I just guessed it, and I'm pretty sure, because this part right here is always on my shoulder, so a little bit down from the shoulder. This is the part that's going to be visible on my back, and it should look pretty good. But this goes to show you have to choose the right font, because if you don't choose the right font, you can destroy your bag and make it look really, really tacky. In this case, I chose something that's timeless, like Times New Roman. You can't beat Times when it comes to something like this. It's very, very classy, very, very nice, stitched very, very clean. With the help of these numbers right here, you see it's right, in this case, right a little bit above the 1, and this one is right on the 1, but overall it didn't shift too much. It looks very, very good, thanks to this new hooping system. With this old one right here, there's no numbers on there, so it'd be very, very hard to get the exact placement correct. So, and you don't have that much to work with as far as like embroidery area. This is way longer, so yeah, you guys need this in your arsenal. And like I always, I would advise getting two, because I did get two of these. All right, and look at the placement. Look right here, from the bottom to the top. I positioned it exactly where it should go. Same amount of space at the bottom as on the top. Maybe a little bit more space at the bottom, but generally, great placement. Yeah, guys, I like this a lot, and if I were you, I would get two, and I'll tell you why. Because when you get that contract with that dojo and you have multiple machines, you're gonna want to get those jobs done faster. It came out looking really, really good, I think. Lock that into place like so. The front looks amazing, looks clean. Back looks amazing and it looks clean. Looks like it belongs there. It looks like I went into the Coach store and I had them embroider it right there on the spot. It looks like it was always there. So let me put it on as I would wear it, and we'll see how it looks when it's on, if it falls into the right place. I normally wear it like this, right? So go ahead and line that up properly and turn around, and you guys can tell me if it's placed in position the right. I would actually wear it like this, but I can't really feel it. I think it's down a little bit too far, but like this is probably exactly the right spot. Matter of fact, tighten this up just a slight bit, which is what I would actually normally do, because it's kind of like loose right now. So I would tighten this up just a little bit, and it will fall. That's actually made it looser. But if I tighten out just a little bit, it would fall just right place. Check it out, guys. Let me see. You guys let me know. Anyway, I'll check that out during the replay to see if it falls in the right spot. But guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you think it came out looking good. I think it came out looking immaculate. Like I said, not even that much cleanup needed on the back. Just a few like little tails that I can trim. But everything looks fantastic, guys. I think I'm gonna try to be an affiliate with these people. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. This is by Maggie Frame, new and improved belt hoop with the number system on the side so you can line things up easily. I love it a lot. Once again, let me know what you guys think, and I'll talk to you guys on the next video. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something. If you learned something and you watch this video all the way through, put LS in the comments. That means learned something. Nobody else knows that. Only the people that watch the video all the way through knows what it means. So put LS down in the comments if you learned something and you watch this video in its entirety. I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Peace. Thank you so much for joining me.